Hello there, Hector Davil here. In this particular video, we are gonna introduce the individual news items that are released in the market and, well, how they affect our Forex chart. This is gonna be a very brief video because you are probably familiar with everything that I'm gonna talk about on, the following minutes. I just want to make sure we are all on the same page. All right, so please bear with me a few moments before we get into the meat of the module. Alright, as you probably know, news announcements come out on a daily basis, or almost on a daily basis. Every day, or every second day at the most, an important news announcement is released. Again, important news announcements hits the market, and they may come out from any of the major world economies. For example, one day we may get the unemployment data coming from United States, then the next day over we get the trade balance report which tracks imports and exports. Well, we may get the trade balance from England, and then the next day over we get the interest rates statement coming from the Central Bank of Australia, and so on and so forth. Like I say, almost every day we get a major news announcement coming from any of the major economies in the world. Now, why do we care? Why do we Forex traders care about news announcements or about their frequency? Well, the truth is that those news announcements can create massive volatility on your chart. Okay, they can easily or potentially spike your charts by 50 pips or more within seconds upon being released. Okay, if you've ever been looking into a Forex chart and then all of a sudden, bang, you see some sort of a spike like that, chances are that a major news announcement was released right at that moment. Like I say, those spikes are fast, they are furious, and they happen out of the blue. All right, within seconds of being having the news announcement released into the market. Therefore, as a Forex trader who may be involved into this trade, into this position, you certainly want to be aware beforehand of the possibility of those massive price spikes. Okay? Well, they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So they say. So let me just show you what's just happened on the euro against the American dollar. This is today's price action. All right, I was in fact following this currency pair in real time, searching for trading opportunities, and see what happened right there. This massive vertical move driving price from 136.50 to the nearabouts of 137.30, so that's plus 80 pips, all right, plus 80 pips in like no time, totally vertical move. All right, do you see that massive price spike? Well, guess what? A news announcement was released right there. All right, this massive move is completely driven by a news announcement. All right, it's got nothing to do with the chart, it's got nothing to do with the technical analysis, it's pure news driven price action. And like I say, this type of news announcements are released almost on a daily basis, so that's why we Forex traders, we always want to have whatever news announcement may be scheduled for the day on the back of our mind. So, like I say, we Forex traders should always have the the news announcements scheduled for the day on the back of our minds. But the question is, how do we know which particular news announcements are scheduled for today or for the upcoming trading session? Well, that's what economical calendars are for. My favorite is the one at forexfactory.com. You can obviously find the link right under this video. Please give me a second. I'm gonna pull out my internet browser so we can take at the calendar together. Alright, here we are at forexfactory.com. Simply visit the calendar tab there, alright, and there you will find listed all the different news announcements scheduled for this week. As you can see, well, there are plenty of them, aren't they? Anyway, up here you can set the calendar to whatever time zone of your choice. Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Time, London Time, whatever it may be, you can set it up there. Now, If we scroll down, we will see plenty of those different news announcements, as I was saying before, and each of those news announcements is made up by few different pieces of information. Here is obviously the date of the the date where those particular news announcements are scheduled for. Here you have the precise time of the day when those news announcements are going to hit the market. Here you have the precise economy those news announcements are coming from. This is Australia, this is Great Britain, this is Switzerland, Europe, Canada, United States, etc., etc. Here you have the actual the name of the news item that is going to be released. Okay, we have the gross domestic product, we have the Bank of Canada interest rate statement, etc., etc. Now, don't you worry about these weird names here. In a future video, we are going to explain all about it. Okay, I'm going to explain in detail what each of these individual news items actually mean. All right. Also, don't you worry about these numbers here. Again, we're going to see that on an upcoming video. What you will find though are these little icons here, which as you can see, they are color coded. We have orange, yellow, and red little icons there. That signifies the market impact of each individual news item. Okay, you can have large impact news announcement, medium impact news announcement, and low impact news announcement. Out of those three, I only care for those colored in red. Right? Medium and low market impact news announcements can barely affect the price. Okay, can barely affect or spike the charts, maybe for 10 pips, 10-15 pips at the most. At no rate anything you should be overly concerned about it. But the red, the news announcements colored in red, well, those are the bad boys. Those are the nasty boys. These are the ones that can easily spike price for 50 pips plus within the minute. All right, so those are the ones you want to take a quick note, maybe write it down. Imagine today was Tuesday the 2nd. All right, you would go into this economical calendar and you would take note of these news announcements colored in red. Like I say, maybe write them down on a piece of paper at the beginning of your trading shift. All right. The news announcement, the currency they will be affecting, in this case, for example, the Canadian dollar, and the exact time of the day that you should be, you should be prepared, so to speak, for extra volatility in the market. Okay, like I say, don't you worry too much if you don't quite understand what these numbers. What these numbers means, what any of these names actually mean. Like I said, we are gonna cover all that in a future video. For the time being, just come into the forexfactory.com calendar tab and just check it out, just to grow familiar with the economical calendar. Like I say, it's gonna be a tool that you are gonna use on your daily trading routine from now on. All right. Okay, well, that's about it for this video. Like I said at the beginning, it was going to be a brief video because I just wanted to introduce you to the economical calendar. Again, a tool that you are going to use from now on a daily basis. All right, folks, I'll be waiting for you at the next video. Bye-bye.